Episode 8 of Baddies Going Wild. This is more Terra. Be sure to subscribe. I'm not gonna lie, this episode was boring, but it's always that one episode within the season that's like, all right, let's get back to what we really come here for. But honestly, they started off with Bahhati having her conversation with them, and we already know like Bahhati and Daisy, they both feel hurt, which is I feel like Bahhati is more hurt than Daisy. I feel like Daisy is just really putting it on for a show. But to get into like somebody else, I want to discuss Titi. Now, Shay, Erica, Bahhati, they enter the room that they're supposed to be staying in. What is that? The master room, but it has like four twin size bed. And Titi feels some type of way about that. First off, I don't know. I feel like sometimes on this particular show, like Baddies, you can always tell, like when it's like new people, newbies, you can always tell when like they didn't have it before, and this is their first time being in something as big. No shade, no shade. But then, Shay do a confessional, and she's complaining about the room, how she think like, oh, that's messed up. That the biggest room had four beds for four people, and she just feel like, first off, who are you? Who are you to feel like you should get the above and beyond? Every single person on Baddies Going Wild is brand new. That's why it's a new show. And she was just pissing me off. I'm ready for the next season. And she's like, oh, they gotta fight. And it's bugs and this, that, and the third. It's a bug in every single room, girl. Like, then she come fucking with them. The girls are in the room getting ready to go to sleep, and then she just come knocking on the door and stuff like, no more locked doors. Like, yo, like when I say like the childish, like if you've been listening and watching my reviews, the very first episode of Baddies Going Wild, I said I was not gonna like her because she just felt like she bigger than a program. If you ask me, like I just don't get it. But we gotta talk about my girl Bahhati. Bahhati is everybody's favorite. It looks like Daisy has the Baddies Going Wild chain based on people just keep posting before the show airs, but Bahhati damn sure deserve it because this girl went bald. Like she looked good. Like the Black Panther reference, Wakanda Forever. Bahhati looked good with the baldy. She's a baddie, but she's a bald baddie at the same time. And everybody saying, "Oh, she's so strong." I'm sorry, but it's really like the people. They don't even be in the paint. They just in a fight. And like Jaden and Oxy, they like, oh, but she look good and she's a strong person. Y'all have not had the amount of fights that Bahhati has had. Like, yes, everybody got it on and popping the very first day, but Bahhati has had more fights than everybody. But to discuss TT again, the only good thing she did on this show is playing this little trip activity. Of course, going to do water paddling or paddling in the water, whatever. But that's the only good thing that she has done on this show. Yes, she fights, but that gives very BGC vibes. Because remember, BGC before social media was like popping, they had to find stuff to do in the little jeeps and stuff. If you know, you know. But they getting ready to go. Well, first off, they're on the sprinter, and I don't know. I felt like it too. Like on the sprinter, it's like, why is certain people riding with certain people? I didn't like it at first. The regular clique of people was with one another, and Janelli had a point. Erica, I love Erica. Where the hell was she? Because when she was discussing, like, oh, after everything, and this is not what I want to do, is she leaving? Like, I like Erica, and I don't feel like Erica should leave the show. Like that one situation happened. She popped that bitch with a portable charger. So what? And what? Everybody want to fight her because of that, and nobody's really fighting her. But Oxy and TT jumping in what she do best. But Janelli had a point. Erica has to start being around everybody more. It was just only one situation. But Janelli and Rilla, they're having a husband and wife moment on the sprinter because basically Rilla feel like I've been your friend first on the show, and basically I guess since they from New York together, she just felt like no, we got to stick together, something like that. Like, girl, we're grown. If Janelli want to be cool with somebody, she want to be cool with somebody. Just because somebody popped you in the charger, it don't matter. She was standing up for me, and you wasn't. At the end of the day, I don't know, but they dragged the situation. Now, Coco, I don't like Coco. I don't like Coco because she always talking and she always insert herself in somebody's stuff, and then she be like, I'm not gonna insert myself, but she doesn't. And she has her thoughts on Jaden and Hurricane Beef. And I don't know if it was just me, but it's like Coco was trying to make it seem like, oh, Jaden came onto the show starting all of this. No, no. Everybody got it on and pop on the first day. They just happen to know each other off of social media. But she's basically saying that Jaden started it. If I'm not mistaken, it's Hurricane Emery, whatever her name is. it's her that keep coming to Jaden with this beef. I don't know if I'm making sense or I'm not making sense, but they get to the activity and Shay got a lot of allergies. Like what? She's allergic to peanuts and she's allergic to saltfish, salt water, or something like that. But she didn't participate in the water paddling with everybody else. Them hoes can't paddle, so they got on the boat. Oxy fall in the thing. She fall in the water off the boat. I don't know how the boat tilted over and she just went downhill after that. But they go home because the activity was boring. The whole episode was boring if we're telling the truth. But on the way back, why was the ops riding with the ops? I was like, why? Why is Bahhati and Daisy on the same sprinter? I did not notice Emery, Hurricane, whatever, her and Jaden was on the same sprinter. So Bahhati and Daisy, they both feel like they can get over the situation. Bahhati just feel like, bitch, I had to get my little one too because you snatched my whole braid out my hair. Like, no, the beef is never going to end. And I love that she's bald. Now, she, first off, Bahhati went bald and she's still pulling off these wigs. She looked good. She looked good. Now, Jaden and Hurricane situation. Jaden came to Hurricane very calm. Since there's nobody else around, she clocked that real quick when it's, because I don't know if it's me, but when other people are around, that's when Hurricane more hype and she more amped and stuff. I like that Jaden clocked that. She came to her respectfully to have a conversation. Hurricane dragged it. It's true. They are dragging this whole entire situation. They're dragging it in completely. But I just feel like Hurricane is the one dragging it because Jaden is Hurricane Emery's storyline. If I'm lying, I'm lying. If I'm not, I'm not. But then they get back because this episode was just so boring. They get back. But they getting ready to go to the club. Bobby cokehead ass is there. Natalie's there. And Scotty with the body is there. And Ming young ass gets drunk. See, and I swear to God, before the scene even happened, I just seen her. I'm like, yo, Ming is only 19. And then they started showing the clips of her, tongue out, looking booty cracks, just drunk, crying. And here come Gloss, sister, because you know that she called her sister, but I called her Mama Gloss because Gloss is like the mom on the damn show or something like that. But she comes to the rescue. She comes talk to her. This is where the episode freaking gets good at. Natalie, messy ass, asks Daisy, who do you think should go home? Daisy said Oxy. A few other people agree with Daisy that Oxy should go home. And this is what's confusing. Y'all be saying a whole bunch of other people need to go home. Why y'all not saying Jaden? Y'all say Jaden need to go home because Jaden don't get in the paint. But y'all saying Oxy because Oxy is what? Why should Oxy go home? Because she's born? So then Oxy, we know how Oxy is. Somebody mentioned her name, she up and she out. Oxy starts to get mad. But then she mentioned, bitch, I fought Gloss. So what? Daisy as instigator that she is. Daisy goes, all right, Gloss, she just mentioned your name. Now y'all gotta fight to see if she can go home or not. Then, of course, with Zeus do best, they turn the episode off soon as Gloss up and Oxy started fighting. But see, this is why I say it was the most interesting part of the episode. Because next week's episode, it looked like a whole bunch of jumping is going on. See, that Zeus does that. They give us a boring ass episode, and then we back in action. But what I will say is, Bahhati deserves that chain and that 50K. I don't know who told Titi she should be the one to get it. She ain't do nothing but plan a trip and did a couple of fights. This is more Terra, and I watch almost everything.